Broski yummy. I just touched down in LA, the Spanish, my favorite. This that G. To the money like I'm running from the feds. Posted with my this say yeah. I'm like, whoa, see residuals, watch the money grow. I'm in flow, greatest story told, watch it all unfold. I'm like, whoa, reaping what I sow. Harvest getting bigger, they all froze. I release my soul, now they taking pictures.
Eyes on the prize, it's my life sold up. 5:45, had the lights on us. Fries for the side of an ice cola. You know that ride till the tires fall off. She know I'm a D, I got a date with destiny. She coming to me, cause I got the flavors and recipe. She racing to me like an athlete. She chill with the G's, then she know it. Yeah. On the industry advice, I'm outside with some good fellas and some nice guys trying to live life in the sky. We lit in real life, we don't pay to be verified. We just manifest, lay and grind on the rise. We defy the odds like it's nothing, time after time. God bless this eternal shine, yeah. Eyes on the prize, it's my life sold up. 5:45, had the lights on us. Fries for the side of an ice cola. You know that ride till the tires fall off. She know I'm a D, I got a date with destiny. She coming to me, cause I got the flavors and recipe. She racing to me like an athlete. She chill with the G's, and she know it. Eyes on the prize just to see how far I go. Yeah. Shooting star, yeah. All over the globe. Hard work, all I ever know. So nobody could tell me I'm not what my way and go. Yeah. I'm in my zone, yeah, through this microphone. The way they looking at me like they seen a UFO. Yeah.
We are just inside the Beltway, about 10 miles east of the Capitol Dome, as we come to you from Commanders Field here in Landover, Maryland. Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports. A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. First and 10, and kind of tipping their hand at running the ball. Three tight ends are out there. And McLaurin, the motion man right. A fake on the jet sweep and a give to Dobbins. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Gotta like that start. 14 yards to get him going. Now Daniels. Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's second down. You look at this Browns defense. They're going to be tough to throw on, no doubt. Currently ranked third in the NFL against the pass.
And since this is such a good unit at covering passes downfield, I think that last play is typical of what we might see. A lot of short passes, see if they can generate some run after the catch, but nothing doing on that one.
To throw is Daniels. Man open, that's Deebo Samuel. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. 36 yards on the play.
Brandon, we've both been around the game long enough that we know that in pregame, defenses are pretty amped up, aren't they? I mean, they're pounding lockers, and they can't wait to get out there. But when you hit them with some big pass plays early, it takes the starch right out of them.
They'll run for the first time with Austin Eckler. He'll get forward for 3 down to the 16-yard line.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, Defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's third down. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. Throwing now is Daniels. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
I think that was a good job there defensively. They did allow him to drive all the way downfield, but once they got their backs to the goal line, they really turned up the pressure.
Yeah, they let him get all the way down here. Now the field shrinks. They've struggled to convert, and that last incompletion brings up fourth. In the end, the opening drive, Charles, does yield points. Maybe not the touchdown that they wanted, though.
Yeah, but bottom line, they wanted to get something out of that drive, and they did that. 3 points, they won't turn that down at all.
And we will not have a return. They'll bring this to the 30. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They'll run it. Here's the rookie from Ohio State. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. You often say that sort of opens the playbook now, 2nd and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And he stopped after a gain of 1. Not enough. Still a yard to go on 3rd down. You talk about this Washington defense. They find themselves just a couple of spots outside of the top 10 defending the pass, number 12 in the league.
So I'm prepping for this game. I kept asking myself the question, what's keeping this group from being top 10 in the league against the pass?
And?
Too many mistakes, especially little mistakes. And when those add up into big mistakes add up into points against you.
They only needed 1 yard on 3rd down. They get 10 instead by going to the air. When you give up points on the opening drive, in this case a field goal, you'd hate to go 3 and out. They avoid that.
They do, and it's also walking that fine line mentally, too, as a coach, isn't it? Because you want to emphasize to your team exactly what you said. All right, we gave up a field goal. Let's go back and at least equal that, guys. But if we don't, you don't want them to feel like it's the end of the world either. Nice that they were able to pick up the first down there, help them relax a little bit.
Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. That's caught inside the 20. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. An excellent pickup of 34 yards.
There's the arm strength that we saw in college and during the scouting process. And really, it's not just the arm strength there, but the placement as well. To me, that was an excellent combination of arm talent and accuracy.
And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. Pretty effective run there. Now they can start to smell that end zone.
Pound the rock. Make sure you use your O-line to set the tone of dominance and physicality, and pound the rock.
Sanders now operating from the gun. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. A great play there with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Browns are able to answer the early 3 points and take a first-quarter lead. Extra point good by Hopkins. And that makes it a 7-3 lead. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And after the field goal last time, let's see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I've never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you've met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
His first catch, good for 16 and a first. Eckler now between the tackles, and he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. Well, this defense for the Browns, they played really well in the win over the Raiders a week ago.
And while you can't actually see confidence rising in a unit, you feel like you can. And when you look at this team, you definitely think that it is, because anytime you can tell your offense, just get us a couple of touchdowns, we got this thing locked down, that's when you know you're playing well.
Allen's first catch, good for a first down. A give, Dobbins trying the right side. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake.
Pressure applied, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back at the 33-yard line. In for the sack, Myles Garrett. So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. Daniels looking to throw. Looking for the crossing receiver, and he's got him. It's Samuel. It'll be a pickup of 15 as that'll lead to 3rd down.
And that was yardage that they needed there after the sack on 1st down. They didn't get all of it back, but now they look at 3rd down as a manageable situation, one that they have a much better chance of picking up.
The 8th play of the drive coming up. It's 3rd and 3. He's running back out of the backfield. And the Commanders are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
It's all pretty simple sometimes, isn't it? Go where the defenders are not, and he does exactly that. Makes a nice catch to move the chains. Defense, got to find a better way of accounting.
Looking for Ertz, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Jerome Baker. And the Browns are going to take over once again at their own 25-yard line.
Definitely not the ideal time to see that mistake, partner, because this is still a one-possession game, and that's at least a field goal that just vanished with that turnover. Now, pressure's on defensively to prevent that pick from turning into points for the other side.
The Browns drive about to get started. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways, because you know they're both motivated, they both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step.
In Washington territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 43. Back to throw. Sanders. Open man. He completes it to Judy. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. This game not quite as good as the last, but still over 40 yards between the two.
During the offseason, the Browns talked about becoming more explosive on offense, and they acquired Judy from Denver this offseason in hopes that he could be a major asset to their passing game. And here he is making his presence felt as he picks up a new set of downs for this offense.
give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay.
He's got a man, complete. Did he get the feet down? Yes. Touchdown. A great effort there. His 5th touchdown now on the year as his guys are able to extend their lead. Hopkins with the extra point, and that pushes the lead up to 11. And all deep in his own territory, coughs up the football. And this is picked up by the Browns. So they take over not only in enemy territory, but in the red zone at the 16-yard line. So problems compounding themselves here on the return. They just give up the touchdown, and now they lose the football.
Yeah, partner, things are starting to unravel a little bit for them right in front of our eyes. They're going to be looking for some answers, and quickly.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he'll be stopped after a gain of only a couple down to the 15-yard line.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Here's a 2nd and 8. Operating from the gun, Sanders. And that's going to be caught for a Browns touchdown. A great play there. With 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Browns are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Now it's Hopkins to add the extra point. And it's 21-3.
Next to score, Browns 21, Commanders 3.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And the kick team down there quickly. They don't have to run as far as they used to. And they're able to stop him before he can even make it to the 15. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And this, let's face it, an important drive if they're going to get back into this ballgame.
Think about going into the locker room down 21-10. As opposed to 21-3. 21-10, a little more optimism, a little more bounce around the locker room, a little more discussion about how they're going to finish this thing off. 21-3, I think discouragement clouds that locker room.
Yeah, and I think a touchdown much bigger than a field goal on this drive just to get into the end zone and get that momentum. And that one complete downfield to Allen. And he's out right at the 25. A gain there of 21 yards. Play action, now it's Daniels. Room past the 35, and he's all the way up to the 39-yard line that time. 13 yards as they've got the connection working. His 2nd catch in a row, 1st down. They go play action. Daniels. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try and pick up another 1st down.
And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. It'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And it's going to be 3rd down and a ways to go here, 3rd and 14. Going to need a crafty play call here. 14 yards is what they need to try to convert this thing. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And got his man complete. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. Able to convert on 3rd and 14. A terrific play call.
And that might be exactly what they needed to wake up this home crowd. They haven't given them much to cheer for so far. And never underestimate the effect the home crowd with you can have on a game.
To the air goes Daniels. Flush to his right. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. The escapability in evidence there as that one good for 15 and a first.
As we both know, there was a lot that went into why they made him their first-round pick this year. Part of it was what they saw in college, his playmaking ability when things break down. As soon as he saw he wasn't getting a lane to throw, he pivoted and found an alternate way to the marker.
Now the ball comes loose, but it looks like one of the DBs has it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Hey, we can preach ball security all we want here, but how about that effort on defense? Excellent job inside the red zone. Just took away at least 3 points by forcing that fumble.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. They'll take over deep in their own end after the fumble recovery as they start 1st and 10. And a nice pickup as this one gets them to the 10-yard line. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down.
The defense thought they had that play covered, but it still got driven backward by those blockers. Those types of plays are a key part of any team's offensive game plan. It all starts up front in the trenches.
2nd down and 6 now. Looking to throw. Sanders. Oh, a first mistake for him in the ball game as it's intercepted. Picked off by Quan Martin. And he will bring this one back. An interception return for a Commanders touchdown. Boy, a big play right there. I mean, a touchdown on this drive could have really put some separation on the scoreboard. Instead, it's the defense who scores. And, partner, we got a game again.
And we do have one because of what you just described. A defense that understood what was going on in this game and did something about it. They knew their offense needed some help. They just provided it. They're back in this one.
And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And he's going to be out of bounds here as the run back will leave him shy of the 20-yard line. The Browns drive about to get started. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick 6, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick 6 and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, oh, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
Now it's 2nd and 10. Back to throw. Sanders. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. The catch and run pays off for 29 yards. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. They'll look to throw here on 1st down. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Kind of a fine line when you're setting up the screen. You don't want to throw it too early to have the defense react too quickly. And you definitely don't want to throw it too late. And that way it's not formed perfectly. Got to make sure you hit it just right.
Here's 2nd and 10. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. He'll get that one to Carter, complete. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
When you see zone defense and you know you got a drag route on as your primary call, you got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
On 3rd down, they're going to run for it here. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. 68 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here in this first half. Now a play fake here on 1st down. Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
They had their backs up against the wall a little bit, and they come through by forcing an incompletion. Now they've got to continue to ratchet up the intensity a couple of more times and get off the field before giving up any more yardage.
And 2nd and 10. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Rookie quarterback, rookie running back. They team up there to pick up the first. Looking to throw. Sanders. And he's going to be taken down. Back around the 35-yard line. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the 2nd quarter. So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. Operating from the gun, Sanders. Looking left side, and it's complete. Now the Browns signal for the 2nd of their timeouts. So as they talk it over, we step aside.
I tell you what, it looks like he's shaking off that pick 6 just fine. It's not just defensive backs that have to have short memories. Quarterbacks utilize that as well. A much more confident throw right there.
And they'll bring Judy in motion right. And he'll get it here on the jet sweep. And he's down inside the 5 at the 4 before he's out of bounds. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so. Here's a give up the middle. And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all. The Browns will quickly use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. And now we've got flags down. Looked like one of the Browns might have moved. Well, that's a tough, costly penalty because now it makes it 3rd and 6 after the false start. Back to throw. Sanders. And this is caught. Touchdown, Cleveland. Jerry Jeudy in the final seconds of the first half. And the Browns will extend their lead here just before halftime. Extra point good by Hopkins. And that will make this a 19-point game. So just 8 ticks remaining here in the first half as they'll kick this one away. And this return going to come to a quick end as he is belted at the end of that one. And with time running short here, they'll simply take a knee, and that should do it for half number 1. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3.
Matt Gay sets the kickoff.
The Browns are going to get the second half kickoff, and they've got this lead as well as we are back and underway. And no return forthcoming. It'll be a touchback, and the third quarter will start from the 30. The Cleveland offense ready to go. A little jet sweep to start the drive. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. A nice play design there with the touch pass. Looked good at the start, but bottom line, the defense was ready.
And they did a nice job scouting, didn't they? Not just scouting, but now executing once they saw the play for real after having worked on it all week in practice. They drilled on the play, then they drilled him.
And some room to work. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. 83 yards for him on the ground now, as he has been terrific here this afternoon. He's turning in a pretty impressive performance running the football, and a big reason why they have this nice lead.
And in days gone by, we would clip this out and put it up on the refrigerator, wouldn't we? Clip out the box score. Nowadays, not too many newspapers out there. Maybe you screenshot it online.
Wide open receiver complete. And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line. Rookie to rookie on the hook up there, and it's a first down.
Oh, that's a nice job of clearing space in the middle of the field for your tight end. He's going to start behind the line and run an angle route, hoping to kind of get lost in the middle of the field. And this is put right on him, and he's able to pick up a first down.
He finds his man complete. It's Carter. So the completion good for 7 there, and it'll be 2nd down. Looking to throw. Sanders. That, I believe, will put him over 100 yards receiving for the game. Yes, it will. And he's got a first down to boot. Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything because none of it is working. They are really locked in on offense.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. So that time they get the tight end on the hold.
Normally he's a pretty good run blocker, but this time he just didn't get his arms extended and let go quickly enough. The flag came out as a result.
They'll look to throw again. Now they go screen. It's complete. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. The completion, but they go in the wrong direction. A loss of yards, and now they're dealing with a 2nd and long. Again, he'll drop to throw. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, there's not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
A long way to go here on third down for the 8th play of the drive. Back to throw again. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. A real letdown defensively. That was third and a bundle, but they allow the conversion. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. Ball on the 8, 2nd and 2. Back to throw. Sanders. This will be caught just inside the 10. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. A great effort there with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Browns take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Here's Hopkins now for the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead.
Commanders 9.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And not a good return at all. Down inside the 10, all the way back at the 7.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
Now problems right out of the gate. We're going to get a delay.
Did you see the replay? yourself to find yourself again. Welcome back, Marlena.
Yeah. One for the money and one for the homies. I move with respect, I don't need nothing on me. The Father may wait for me, feel just like Bronny. I got my little belly, my blessings, they on me. They rain, yeah, you see how I'm coming. Come on. It sound like he drumming. I reach on my goals like my nephew be dope. Back on the rims, riding on rims. Came in all black to that, I came back to my to that ripping no Cadillac. Feel like a Cadillac, nothing but class. It's never been average, never been on. Averix on me, I'm tougher than homie Javante. The fight is my mantra, I want it, I will. Get you a wheel, they carry it. We fighting a little, my is all. I'm back in my bag, I'm back in my bag on God. My bag on God. Back in my duffel, don't fear no opponent. You know I'm gon' hustle like rubber band on it. Counting my blessings, I'm laughing like Jonah. You don't wish me well, I guess you don't know me. Got all these like Malcolm and Sadie. That's word to my mama, tatted on my body. My left arm, they ain't left arm, they still doing harm. Bodies on bodies, cried over Malcolm, I cried over Dolphin. I'm crying for Nipsey, been feeling like Lauren. Carried the cross, got the sun in my eyes. Room for this, I ain't meant to be no bride. I'm married, but I know you still feel obliged. Bounce on these, I learned from tonight. Back in my bag, and it's big as a duffel. With blessings on blessings, I came through this struggle, I'm back.
I'm back in my bag, I'm back in my bag on God. I'm back in my bag, I'm back in my bag on God.
Yeah, yeah. I came through the rain and I came through the thunder. I pushed through the pain, I'm laughing at summer. My head was way hotter, I feel like a cider. Escape with my truth, I came back like Nirvana. Road is all rocky, it's nothing I real. Go back to back, baby, can't no one here see us. Stomach it all tied, look like a Leah. Went back and forth and back, just like a cornerback. Yeah, yeah, you got veins, I respect whole veins. Tell them get low, man. Just flying high, I gave them low, man. Super the color the whip. Culinary on my wrist, cooking you, I ain't forgot what you did. State of it all, eventually falls. Frequency, this is the ship, I'm home.
I'm back in my bag, I'm back in my bag on God. I'm back in my bag, I'm back in my bag on God. I'm back in my bag, I'm back in my bag on God. I'm back in my bag, I'm back in my bag on God.
Ay, wake up, shot calling. Paid what I bought it. New crib psychotic. I'm so iconic. Fly down to see the islands. She ain't even bring a wallet. They don't get it, but I got it. I'm so iconic. Yeah, straight out the Lennox, that on for hours, I'm straight out the minutes. They calling up Deanna, straight out the business. We take out the Sims and then take out percentage. Period, break out the minutes from capital M, now we straight out the sentence. They pay out, I'm finished. Then grade out the Lakers, the bay, watch the women, I got it. Go meet your maker. Lord, please don't save them. Minor bumps as I've been paving the road. I go to sleep, go major. Silver too, but I've been playing for gold. The metal keep close range. I cleaned up, still dangerous. Can't change West Philly raised. Wake up, shot calling. Paid what I bought it. New crib psychotic. I'm so iconic. Fly down to see the islands. She ain't even bring a wallet. They don't get it, but I got it. I'm so iconic. Got your stacks up, but you ain't got no rings, yeah. Got my stats up, I'm living out my dreams, yeah. Stretch this condo, I can fit a limousine, yeah. Ain't that ironic? I'm so iconic. This be my tunnel music. Like cut that confetti, I'm running through it. Like play that whole lane, I'm running through it. And if they run at me, let my youngins do it. I just married, I'm honeymooning. I got hot on my own and ain't nothing coolin'. I don't punch in no clock, I sun and moonin'. I'm shot, bullet, proven, let it go. Wake up, shot calling. Paid what I bought it. New crib psychotic. I'm so iconic. Fly down to see the islands. She ain't even bring a wallet. They don't get it, but I got it. I'm so iconic. Got your stacks up.